So picture this. Deep in the shadowy corners of the internet, there's this digital fortress, something people thought was completely untouchable, beyond the reach of any law. But then, one November day, bam, it gets breached in a way no one, and I mean no one, saw coming. Today, we're going to peel back the layers on something called Operation Onymous. I mean, these guys, the operators of hundreds of these illicit sites, hidden deep in the dark web. They really thought their encryption was perfect, that their anonymity was absolute. They were moving millions in crypto, just operating with this total sense of, invincibility. Well, they were wrong. And the story of how they were proven wrong, it's seriously one of the great cyber thrillers of our time. Okay, so to really get why Operation Onymous was such a shock, we've got to rewind a bit. Let's go back to 2014. You see, the original Silk Road had just been taken down. But that didn't kill the idea, not at all. Instead, it just created this huge power vacuum. And what happens when there's a vacuum? Well, dozens of successors just exploded from the ashes, and they were bigger and bolder than ever before. We're talking about sites like Silk Road 2.0, Cloud9, Hydra. These became the new titans of the underground economy. And you gotta understand, they weren't just markets. They were symbols of defiance, these seemingly invulnerable digital fortresses. So where did all this confidence come from? It all came down to a piece of tech called Tor, or the onion router. The easiest way to think of it is like a digital disguise. It wraps your connection in all these layers of encryption, like an onion, right? And bounces it all over the world. The whole point is to make you nearly impossible to trace. And back then, it was considered absolutely unbreakable. But then, November 6th, 2014, everything changed. Out of nowhere came this coordinated strike that sent a massive, seismic shockwave through the entire digital underground. Seriously, this wasn't just another raid. This was a global decapitation strike. Imagine it. 9 a.m., all at once, synchronized raids start happening. Agents are kicking down doors from San Francisco all the way to Berlin. And at the same time, online, one by one, these so-called invincible fortresses just start flickering out. First, you see a page not found, and then something much more chilling pops up on the screen. This site has been seized. So by the time the dust finally settled, more than 400 of these hidden services were just gone, vanished from the dark web. It was like a digital ghost town overnight. And it wasn't just about taking down servers either. We're talking over $1 million in Bitcoin seized, 17 key figures arrested. The entire financial heart of this ecosystem was just ripped out in a single day. What's really incredible here is the sheer scale of the cooperation. This was completely unprecedented. This wasn't just one country's operation, no way. It was a 17-nation alliance. You've got the FBI, Europol, IC, all working together. It basically proved that when it comes to fighting cybercrime, international borders, they don't really mean much anymore. But here's the thing. This stunning victory created an even more stunning mystery. I mean, the arrests were one thing, sure, but the technical side of it, that was something else entirely. It left everyone asking, how in the world did they crack the uncrackable? And this became the burning question in the cybersecurity world. Remember, Tor is designed specifically to stop this from happening. Finding even one hidden server is a huge, monumental task. But finding over 400 of them, all at the same time, that wasn't just hard. It was supposed to be impossible. Yeah, like one expert put it, the real story here wasn't about who got arrested, it was how they were found in the first place. The whole tech community was basically in a panic. Had the Tor network itself, the very foundation of digital anonymity, been fundamentally broken? Was nothing safe? So the rumors just started flying. Was it something called a Sybil attack, where agencies basically flood the network with their own servers to spy on traffic? Or maybe they found some secret zero-day vulnerability. Some people even pointed to research from Carnegie Mellon that had found a potential weakness. But here's the kicker. To this day, the feds have never, ever revealed their method. The message, though, was crystal clear. You are not as anonymous as you think. So in the middle of all this chaos, sites disappearing, the technical mystery swirling, law enforcement had their eyes on one prize in particular. They wanted the king of the new dark web. And this is where you see that strange duality of modern crime. Online, you had this notorious alias, Defcon, the supposed mastermind of Silk Road 2.0. But in the real world,
He was Blake Benthall, a 26-year-old software engineer living a totally normal-looking life in San Francisco.
Just to put that in perspective, the original Silk Road lasted for over 2.5 years. Its successor, this empire run by Defcon, was toppled in less than a year. The symbolic victory for law enforcement was just immense. So, look, Operation Onymous was without a doubt a landmark victory. It proved that nobody was truly untouchable. But did it end the war on dark web markets? Oh, not even close.
You know that old saying, nature abhors a vacuum? Well, it is especially true on the internet. For every single marketplace that was seized, you can bet there were ambitious new players just waiting in the wings, ready to take its place.
And that's exactly what happened. Sure, the operation caused this huge, immediate dip in activity, but the ecosystem, it adapted. Within just 6 months, new markets had already risen up to fill the void, and a lot of them had even better security. So in a weird way, the takedown actually forced an evolution. So in the end, Operation Onymous didn't stop the game of digital cat and mouse. Not at all. It just raised the stakes for everyone involved. It was definitely the day the dark web blinked, but it sure as hell didn't go blind. And that leaves us with a really unsettling question for today. Who's winning now?